It's your main man KP. You got Mike the Expert and Dre. So that means you on the ones and twos of SNS football talk. We on here to rise up and run down, talk about the Dirty Birds. Y'all know we Falcons gang. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. So we know big news went down. I know that already Dre had a little bit of an opinion about this. We're going to talk about this. We'll talk about Jimmy Lake getting fired. We also going to talk about Kirk Cousins possibly being a $40 million backup. And of course, what's the top free agent OKP want? But with all that being said, Jimmy Lake gets fired. He is not the DC of the Falcons anymore. We know the defense kind of imploded at the end of the season. Then it comes out later on that Raheem Morris is calling plays because Jimmy Lake just does not have a handle on this. This was his first year being a DC and calling plays. So the last, I think, 2 games, Ra called the defense. So take that for what it is. Or I ain't going to say Ra called the defense. Ra helped heavily with the defense is what was said in the interview. So take that for what it is. Dre, I know you got something to say. Go ahead and take off. What's your take on Jimmy Lake getting fired? Should he be up out of here? And just post up to say who was at blame for the Falcons implosion and us starting at 6-3 and then losing the rest of the way and losing basically 6 games, taking us out of the playoffs. Who was at fault for this? So, of course, overwhelmingly, everybody voted, and we got a lot of votes. So we got 79% saying Raheem Morris is at fault, 16% saying Kirk Cousins at fault, 6% saying Jimmy Lake, and 0 for Terry Fontenot. So, Dre, let me throw it to you. How you feel about Jimmy Lake getting fired?
This was a classic case of the blind leading the blind.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's what it is. It's the blind leading the blind. You know, Raheem is supposed to be this big defensive guru here that won a Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, with the Rams, man, this guy, man, like you have somebody calling your defense, like, come on, man. I turn on the TV, look at a playoff game, and I see Todd Bowles calling his own defense plays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, man. These guys want to be a CEO and have, coaches working under them, man, and you overseeing it, man. But nah, man. I like hands-on coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like the Daniel Quinns of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, when Dan Quinn was here, he didn't call defense though. We had a defensive coordinator calling defense.
Well, he's doing it now.
Yeah, he's doing it now.
But
he didn't call
he learned
defense.
his lesson, and he's definitely doing it now, man. But I'm just saying, man, we just refuse to get out of our own way, man. It's like getting rid of making him be the scapegoat, whatever, man. But you just like we got to do better, man. We got to turn in better years, man. It's just frustrating to be red and black.
But we know it's a commitment to be a real Falcons fan because it's easy to jump off the train. But Mike the Expert, do you feel like Jimmy Lake should have been up out of here, or you think he's a scapegoat?
No, I think he needs to be out. I do think Raheem Morris, made a mistake because Raheem Morris basically brought him in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he made a big mistake with that. So I mean, he should be kind of penalized for that. Just kind of looked into. But yeah, Jimmy Lake needed to go. Raheem Morris needed to get somebody with at least a day of defensive coordinator experience.
Right. More experience.
Exactly. You just need somebody with more experience. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, the Falcons had the highest QB allowed the highest QB completion percentage in the NFL. Our defense was just
speaking of that, we made Bryce Young look like an MVP.
Yeah, exactly. So our defense was just terrible. I mean, we allowed the second most touchdown passes. We had 34. So yeah, somebody had to go. I mean, Lake was our defensive coordinator. So he has to be penalized for that. Raheem Morris should be penalized for bringing him in and not getting us somebody that can really do the job.
So when you say penalized,
34 touchdown passes, Mike?
Yeah, 34, the second most. 34 touchdown passes. That's the second most.
So if you're
allowed.
A quarterback, when you play Atlanta, you're going to get your money off. Like how Bo Nix went wild on us.
Exactly.
Put up over 30 on our head.
I mean, shoot, we finished with the 10th worst rush EPA in the league, negative 9.9. So, I mean, it's just everything. It's just our defense was just terrible all the way through and through. So, yeah, he had to go. He really had to go.
Yeah, with numbers like that, you come out with numbers like that, and it's like you got to make a change, man. But I still feel like he's the scapegoat, man.
But is he really, though? Because here's the thing. Our defense went down. We got less sacks this year than we had last year with less talent. We had less takeaways this year than we had last year with less talent. You got Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell, and you got less INTs. You didn't have that last year. You had Matthew Judon, you had Grady Jarrett, you had David Onyemata. I'm talking about the guys that's available to play. Caden Ellis, these guys were. I'm not talking about Ororo. He wasn't on the field, so we can't say what he is. We don't know, so we can't judge guys that were hurt the majority of the season. Our 3rd round draft pick hurt the majority of the season. But the guys on the field, you had more talent to work with, and you had worse numbers. To me, you have to go. You cannot have a performance where you have a quarterback that had 4 wins, that had been sitting on the bench, already been benched this season, had not balled out, put up 40 on your head in a game that you had to win to even give yourself a chance. I can't, I get it, the Oakland thing. I get it with the Oakland thing. The defense played well. Defense didn't show up. Same thing with the Giants. Defense played well. Offense didn't show up. But you have just critical mistakes. You're dropping Matthew Judon in coverage. Man, that don't make no sense. That man is not 23 years old.
But that's
excuse me. But then you need a defensive coordinator that's going to tell you, hey, we can't do that. That doesn't make no sense.
Well, if you they're bringing in a defensive coordinator, he won't have the autonomy to question his superior.
Definitely.
So I feel like what we should have done, we should have kept Ryan Nielsen and stayed on that trajectory and that momentum, because I think we turned in a 12th in the total defense, 12th in the league that year, if I'm not mistaken. Mike Esper can correct me on that, but we turned in a way better year with Ryan Nielsen, when, like you said, KP, with way less talent. We got a Matthew Judon coming here and a Simmons coming here. Like you expect that on paper these boys will perform better, but they just didn't. And I think it's more so of a.
But here's my thing: did they not perform well? You asked Judon to do something that he doesn't do. You didn't see him in coverage in New England. We said in the last video, you don't watch Joey Bosa in coverage. You don't watch Myles Garrett in coverage. Occasionally, that ain't what they do with them on a regular basis. Bosa, Garrett, Watt, they rush the quarterback. They don't use those guys in coverage. It doesn't make sense. You put a guy in a situation to fail.
Yeah, and just to let you know, we were 11th in total defense.
11.
Mm-hmm. So you're right there. You're off just by 1.
I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
And I just care. So it's like,
Well, we know you're not the expert though, so you're gonna be off a little bit.
That's why I defer to you, but I was right there with it.
Yeah, you.
So it was actually a better defense than what I said.
That is true.
With less talent.
Yeah, with less talent.
And how about this? Last year, Onyemata was hurt the majority of the season. Yeah. You were relying on a Calais Campbell at the end of his career.
We did have Calais Campbell.
You had Contavious Street, who was a bench warmer for the Eagles, playing starting minutes because Grady Jarrett was hurt. Remember that? We didn't see him last year.
Grady did get hurt. And Grady was hurt, and we still turned in a better year than this year.
Thank you. And Nate Lamont was hurt. Caden Ellis was hurt last year for a big chunk of time. So
number 44 was hurt too.
Right.
He was hurt this year. Mm-hmm.
Right. You talking about Anderson. Anderson. Yeah. So that's my thing, man.
Yeah, so listen to y'all. It goes back to what we said. Raheem Morris was kind of getting involved with the defense, and you said Jimmy Lake didn't have the authority to really say anything. Well, that means
he couldn't challenge his head.
From what the interview was saying, what the interviews and rumors have been, is basically he took over at the end of the season, kind of getting more involved and helping Jimmy Lake because it was getting away from Jimmy Lake. Right?
Yeah.
He wasn't able to hold it down. And so Raheem said, well, let me step in and help.
Yeah, we got that at the end. But what I was saying is Raheem Morris needs to get somebody there that he doesn't have to really step in, somebody that he trusts. There's a lot of different other names out there. You got Wilkes, Steve Wilkes, you got, Dennis Allen, you got, Jeff, I hope I'm saying his name right. Is it Jeff Ulbrich?
Yeah.
How you say his name?
Yeah,
yes,
they know each
Jeff
other
Ulbrich.
from the Rams.
Yeah. People like that. People who've actually been defensive coordinators before, have time, may have had some success doing that. So, yeah, you want to take Lakes out and get somebody that can really come in and make a change and do something.
Here's the thing. I think it's really hard to call defense and call a game and be the CEO of the game.
Yeah.
Because the defense, you have to react. It's not like being an offensive coordinator and a head coach. Offensive coordinator, you're not really reacting. You're doing and saying, well, let's see what works. Let's call this one. Let's call that one. You're mixing up the calls. On defense, you have to in-game react to what's happening, and you trying to manage the clock in the game. No, get a defensive coordinator. If you really want to be successful like a Mike Tomlin, get a coordinator and let them do their job. And if they didn't do their job, then they up out of here and you find the next guy. To me, the next guy, I think you need to tell Robert Saleh, what do you want? How much money is it going to take to keep you from going to the 49ers? That's what I would do. That's the guy I want. He got defense and went to the Super Bowl.
Ryan Nielsen back.
I'm cool with that, but I want
I'll be on the phone with his representatives right now. Hey, man, come on
home.
Come on back, man. And we had the chance because the organization actually wanted to retain him.
Right.
After we parted ways with the old regime. But Raheem said, no, I'm bringing my own guy. So he didn't want to. They didn't give him a shot.
That going to that 7%, everybody's saying it's your fault. That's part of the reason you got there. Mm-hmm. So we'll see who they pick. Like I said, I want Robert Saleh, but we want to hear from y'all. Who do y'all want to see be the next defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons? Again, there's a lot of good names out there. Steve Wilkes, Robert Saleh. We got your man Williams from the Saints. There's so many names to pick from. I know they're interviewing the defensive coordinator right now for the Bengals. We'll see what comes from that. That guy's been defensive coordinator for I think 9 years in Cincinnati, but obviously Cincinnati didn't look so good this season, so he had to go. So we'll see what's going on with that.
We also interviewed somebody today though.
Defensive coordinator from the Bengals.
Yeah. Well, it was from University of Michigan, I thought.
Yeah, two guys got interviews today.
Okay, two. Okay.
Yeah, we got two.
So I mean, we're looking at the Falcons now. We know that we have a lot of holes. Defense is one of them, but we also have holes on the other side too. Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. What I want. Okay.
Wide receiver is one of the places that we have holes, and right now there's a guy out there that looks like he's going to be free. That wants to leave his team. Go ahead, KP. Explain more on that.
Well, let me introduce you to the way that KP talk. I'm the band leader, man. You remember when Shawty Lowe had that video and she said, "Who was that?" He said, "Baby, that's my theme music. Every good trap dude need one." And what you saw?
Oh, good.
You saw the guy leading the band. You know what that guy is? The band leader. Y'all know what he is?
What is it?
That's the guy. They call him the drum major. He set it off. Y'all remember The Godfather when that man said, "I ain't no band. I'm a band leader." So what that means is I want them all. And you all remember Pokemon? What's the saying in Pokemon? Got to get them all. So I need Tyreek Hill. I need the cheetah to come here and take the top off and help Drake London out. Because if we get the cheetah, and if y'all don't know Tyreek Hill, he want to leave Miami, which is great. He fits perfect in our offense. Can you imagine having Tyreek Hill, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney?
Hey, man.
That would be nice if we could get him.
We going to be moving Darnell Mooney to number 3. He going to be your third wide receiver.
Hey, man.
You know how much pressure we going to put on the offense if you bring in the cheetah? Can you imagine that? Him and Drake London?
Question, man.
Go ahead.
What you think this baseball? You think this baseball? We just got unlimited. We just got unlimited capital to pay people.
I watched them guys over there in the bayou. They seem to never have no money and somehow always got a free agent. They ain't cap held for the last 5 years and got free agents.
Yeah, but they also not paying a $200 million quarterback that's holding clipboard
with a bad Achilles.
And
we don't know he got no bad Achilles no more. He just ain't got it no more.
Having to pay a diva receiver well over $150 million. What money we're going to pay him?
I know one thing he got that you know something he got our other receivers ain't got. You know what he got?
A ring.
What's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he the fastest man in the NFL. Still.
Okay. That's great.
That's great.
Yeah,
What's our quarterback great at? What is his top skill? What is he great at?
His arm talent.
Deep ball.
But that'd be great if we didn't have already these contracts on the books.
Bro, the salary cap goes up every year, man.
Yeah, ain't enough for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also got to pay Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We also gonna have to looking to pay the other 2 first-round picks. Okay. We got to make a decision on Grady contract.
Okay.
We have to pay the right tackle.
Not Bergeron. Lammett. Not Lammett.
Lammett, yeah. No. Caleb McGarry.
Caleb McGarry, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Shout out to Caleb McGarry. He got busy this season. Shout out to Caleb.
Bergeron, we got to make a decision on him in 2 years.
That's not right.
Resign him because he's gonna move to left tackle when Matthews ready to get ready to sit down. So he's gonna need a check. But you want to bring in
bruh, let me ask you this.
McLaren that we can't afford.
Let me ask you this. What owner in the NFL spends the most money last year? Who spent the most money last year? I know
Shoot,
the
it
answer.
probably was the Dolphins.
No.
Who?
No. The Browns. You know why? They still got to pay Deshaun Watson. They paying 21. What's his name? Dang, I'm forgetting the brother's name, and I like him too.
What, the cornerback?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got to pay him. Denzel Ward. Got to pay Denzel Ward. Pay him Miles. Yeah. Dog, if you got an owner that's willing to spend money like Jimmy Haslam, it doesn't matter.
You can spend the money, but you still have a salary cap.
Dog, the cap going up every year. Kick the can down the road.
It don't go up 100 mil, something substantial. It goes up maybe 5 or 6 million a year. That ain't nothing.
Bruh, I'm not here to be a cap expert. That's what the Falcons hire somebody for. You better hire a good cap expert that can massage that thing.
Look, the Browns spent the most, yes, but we're right behind. We're right behind them. We're second most. They're at 246. We're at 242. I don't see where we're going to get Tyreek in there. So how? There's a cap.
The cap is what? What's the cap,
bro?
Mike?
You got to spend money to make money, brother.
Mike, what's the cap?
Yeah.
What's the cap now? The cap going up.
I gotta look at that.
All right, he gonna pull that up. The cap going up. The cap go up every year. It's probably gonna go up with like 30 million, something like that.
No, it won't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're not going up that much money. The collective bargaining agreement is only signed every 10 years.
Look. The NFL salary cap for 2024 is $255 million.
Okay.
I think we were at like 220 something. Yeah, we were at like 220 something.
We still got.
Yeah. No, I know we're not. No, I'm sorry. We're not at 220. I'm sorry. We were at 240 something, 246. So the Browns were at 246.4. We were at 246.2, right behind them. The cap is 255. We're not going to have enough to pay Tyreek Hill.
Just to prove my point, the cap goes up 13% every year. The salary cap went up from in 2023, it was 224 million to 255 million. You know how much money that is? $30 million. You need to trust old KP, bro.
Yeah, but we still have a lot of expiring contracts, though. We got some rookie deals expiring.
Bruh, we'll work that out. That's what you need a cap expert for.
Really?
That's when your GM make his money. That's when Terry Fontenot prove he know what he doing as a GM when he can work them contracts out. That's part of his job. Working out contracts so that we can, what the Patriots do. You need to tell some of these guys, go to Grady. Hey, Grady, I need a little bit of pay cut, man. I need you to take a little haircut so we can win this thing and bring the cheetah in. I bet you if you start telling them guys, we're going to go get the cheetah, I need you to take a little bit less. Dudes are going to do that because they want to win. Especially a guy like Grady at the end of his career, he want to win, dog.
Sir, we are not a cheetah away from contending for a Super Bowl. We're not.
Dog, that can mask a lot of our problems, dog.
We're a cheetah, we're a gazelle, we're a giraffe, we're a zebra, we're a hyena.
You don't want Tyreek Hill?
So without even getting Tyreek Hill, because we got to pay these other people and we're going to have to pay them more money, we're already going to be higher than the 246 that we're at.
Exactly.
Then you got to try to add Tyreek Hill, and you're going to have to pay him a lot of money.
And we have to draft. The draft, we got to pay that draft.
And you got to draft. You got to pay them.
Then it's time. It's time for Operation Fleece. We got to fleece somebody with Kirk Cousins. It's a lot of people out here need a quarterback. It's a lot of people need a quarterback.
They don't want that quarterback.
Operation Fleece.
Nobody want Kirk.
Yes, they do.
They may need a quarterback. They don't want that quarterback.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's people that want Kirk.
Remember, Kirk Cousins' stock just went down because Sam Darnold. The Vikings gonna make a decision on Sam Darnold. They're not gonna keep him, so he's gonna be the number one coveted one free agent coming out now. And it's not gonna be Kirk Cousins like it was last year.
Okay, then Kirk will be number 2. He'd be number 2 guy.
Because remember, Sam Darnold, they can come in and pay him whatever they want to pay him.
Sam Darnold
is already got a contract.
He empty in basketball. What they call it, empty calories. He's empty calories in fool's gold. Outside this season, when is Sam Darnold ball? I'll wait.
Okay, what about Kirk Cousins? You said the same thing about him.
You really gonna compare Kirk Cousins to Sam Darnold? Are you serious?
That's the same team that got rid of him.
You been drinking today?
This is the same team that got rid of him.
Kirk Cousins left Washington in free agency.
Why did Minnesota resign him?
Kirk Cousins left Washington in free agency. They didn't get rid of him.
Well, why Minnesota didn't resign him?
Because he had Achilles and he was old.
Oh, but here comes the little old Atlanta Falcons.
200 million.
Come on, we'll take your problems. We'll take all your problems.
And
I got a couple cities for you. What's going on in Arizona? Where Kyler Murray at?
They have a quarterback.
Who?
You just named him.
Dog, the dude can't stay on the field. And when he on the field, he don't do nothing dynamic anymore.
Man, they love that man there.
Okay.
And they just re-signed him.
I give you another team. You really think the Dolphins trying to get out of Tua Tagovailoa? I do.
No.
I'm looking at a guy, I don't know he can finish the season.
They want an insurance policy, but not no expensive insurance policy like Kirk Cousins.
Oh, the man can't finish the season. We don't even know his career going to keep going.
It's not happening, sir.
I'm going to give you another one. The Raiders are not in position to draft a top quarterback.
Really?
I'm going to give you another one.
They're right there.
No, they're not.
What do they draft? They draft what, 3rd? 4th?
No, they draft like 4th or 5th. Hold on. We need to pull up. We'll pull that up. But right now, I'm going to give you somebody else that's in trouble that need a quarterback. And we know they in trouble. They underwater right now. The Browns. They quarterback just tore his Achilles for the second time. D4, Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles again for the second time.
And you think they want to come in and pay Kirk Cousins all that money?
What alternative do they got? DTR can't win a game.
Yeah, who were you asking about in the draft order?
The Raiders.
Yeah, when the Raiders draft.
Raiders.
Dog, DTR can't win a game. Jameis Winston loves to throw the ball to the other team. What do they have going? I'm going to give you another one. The Colts.
Hey, it's called cheap labor.
It's called losing games. Them boys trying to move to a new stadium.
Hey, it's called cheap labor. They got a lot out of Jameis Winston.
They're number 6. Yeah, they number 6.
They can work the draft. They can work that and get a quarterback.
With a trade, they got to mortgage everything to move up to 1 or 2.
They probably can go Cam Ward. Cam Ward will maybe slip to him.
No, he won't, dog. Cam Ward projected as number 1 right now, dog. You crazy?
No, he's not.
They talking about Tennessee, that Cam Ward probably that's what they looking at.
Cam Ward not the number 1 quarterback on the board right now.
Who you saying number 1 quarterback on the board is?
Shedeur Sanders is.
Not by everybody's. No, he's not. No, he's not. Not universally.
Shedeur will be drafted before Cam Ward will be. Trust.
I don't think so, dog. I love Shedeur, but I don't think he's going to be the first quarterback off the board. I think Cam Ward going to be the first quarterback off the board. I'm telling you. I love Shedeur. Dog, I honestly was hoping before we got Michael Penix, I said, man, if this all break right, Shedeur can come play here. He can come home. Unfortunately, it didn't happen like that.
Yeah.
That's what I really wanted, but it didn't happen like that.
The fact of the matter is wishful thinking for Tyreek Hill, okay?
I don't think so.
Wishful thinking.
Dog, you don't think the Colts want a quarterback?
And he has to be traded because the Dolphins own his rights. We don't have no capital to give them. Zero. We have zero capital.
Dog,
that's why we didn't make a trade. That's why we didn't make a move before the trade deadline. We have zero capital.
That's why you go to a desperate team like the Browns. They desperate.
Yeah. Just to let y'all know, to come in there, they're saying Cam Ward is projected to be the top quarterback pick. And then Sanders second.
Who's that?
Played in Miami?
No. I'm saying no.
Oh, Tennessee?
No, he's saying what draft board is saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, what draft board?
Oh, Mel Kiper done said that.
It's not Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper got Shedeur number 1.
Mel Kiper got Shedeur number 1?
There's a bunch of draft boards that have Cam Ward number 1, that Tennessee going to take him. They don't know what the Browns are going to do because the Browns could take Travis. They got the number 2 pick. Or they could take Shedeur. We don't know what they're going to do. So, dog, they need a quarterback. You talking about a quarterback that just tore his Achilles 2 times is getting paid $200 million, bro. They need a quarterback. The Colts sent Anthony Richardson home. They told him, go home. He wasn't even hurt. They said, go home. We don't need you. They turned to Joe Flacco.
Yeah, this was according to the CBS Sports, basically. But
reliable source. No, there's teams that need a quarterback, bro. Kirk can be traded. Trust me.
Hey, man. Welcome to the culture, man. The home of wishful thinking. KP over here.
Bro, somebody got to swing for the fences. Speaking of that, man.
Christmas in July, KP.
Somebody got to swing for the fences. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to be the band leader. Speaking of that, man, we talking about Kirk Cousins. Y'all hear it. So there's a rumor on the street right now that Kirk Cousins, that the Falcons, Terry Fontenot and the Falcons are okay with bringing Kirk back as a backup at $40 million, bro. What y'all boys think about that?
No choice.
$40 million backup.
I was exactly what I was about to say. We don't really have a choice, dude.
We don't have a choice.
Yeah, we can't trade them. Nobody's gonna want them. So they're just really doing what we have to do.
I think nobody people want him. Kurt. I think people want him. Here's the problem we have. This is the real problem. I'm being serious now. The real problem we have is that he has a no trade clause. That's the real issue. Can he get traded? He controls where he goes.
Even if he didn't have that trade clause, nobody want him.
Dog,
Exactly.
They'll take a washed up Sam Darnold. They're gonna take him. If Joe
He not
Flacco
about-
can get a job, so you saying he worse than Joe Flacco?
Yes.
I'm not.
Come on, man. You sound crazy now.
Yes.
Bro, you need to stop drinking over there, dog. Seriously. You on that Mad Dog 2020?
Kirk Cousins not playing well right now, sir.
Yeah.
And Joe
He's
Flacco
not
is?
playing well.
Joe Flacco is?
He's not playing well. He's not confident in something. He's lost a lot of confidence. He don't even look. Man, do you ever look at him in his helmet? Like, look at the look on his face.
Yeah, he don't look like how he did at the beginning of the season. I don't see take over your trap, running your trap, take over. I don't see
he
that
don't
guy.
even look like it's just coming in and just, like it's not there no more.
No, but the same thing could have been said about my man Russell Wilson. And then what happened?
But
Change the scenery.
nobody wants to take on our problems like we did. Nobody wants to take on.
Why would they help us out? Exactly. Why would they?
It's not helping us out. It's helping them out. They need a quarterback.
No, they would be helping us out.
It's not.
They would be helping us out.
They need a quarterback.
It's helping us out.
So do the Colts need a quarterback or not?
Maybe so, but they're still going to be helping us out.
Exactly.
But if you think that Kirk could rebound, if you think that you could get like last year, everybody thought Russ was done. He's washed up. He's done. Son rebounded. They thought Justin Fields was washed up. He's done.
Yeah, but you see what the Steelers did though.
Yeah. They told Justin, you can't pass the ball. We want a guy that can pass the ball.
Tell the people in the back what the Steelers did for Russell Wilson. What they do? What he do?
They picked him up off of waivers. He was cut.
No. What they did was they said, all right, we'll take him, but you're gonna have to pay his contract. We're only gonna give him $1 million. We're only gonna pay him $1 million of our money. But
that's why I don't want to make a trade with them.
The $85 million that he's owed, the Walmart family bought that. I mean, had to pay that.
That's why I'm not making a trade with the Steelers.
So that's what I'm saying. So all this notion that they helped them out, helped the Broncos. No, they did not.
The Broncos good though. You got Bo Nix. They good. They ain't looking back.
But when they made that move, they didn't know how the draft was going to end up.
Okay, we got Michael Penix. We good.
Because whoever takes Kirk is going to have to pay his contract, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. So wait, hold on. So with that said, who's going to want to take on that much for a player like Kirk? I can see if he wasn't getting paid as much.
The Raiders, they make a lot of bad decisions. The Raiders are
notorious.
Not gonna make,
come on.
Dre, on this last video, you said the Raiders are notorious for making bad decisions. You said that.
Yeah, but nobody's going to do this. Nobody's going to do this. This is, people make bad decisions. Teams make bad decisions, but this is just, come on now.
That's why
whoever makes this decision is going to get fired. That's what's going to happen.
Listen, that's why your general manager stood up there in that press conference and said, we're fine with that. He has no choice but to say that. That's corporate speak for him saying that. That's corporation. That came from the top down. He has no choice. You made this bed, now you must lie in it. Exactly. You wanted this player. You overpaid for this player. It didn't work out. So you have to eat that contract. You have to eat it. So you may as well just keep him as a insurance policy for your young quarterback.
Here's the thing. He's a good insurance policy. Plus, if you play your cards right and you let Kirk ball out in the preseason, you can Jedi mind trick somebody. I'm telling you, if the Browns mess around and pick Travis Hunter, we in business, bro. They need a quarterback. They ain't got nobody. All three of us could play quarterback for them. That's how bad their quarterback room is. Them boys set Jameis Winston down because he kept throwing the ball to other teams.
They may need a quarterback, but they ain't trying to spend all that much money on a quarterback right now either.
Look at this.
Yeah.
They played Deshaun Watson, got hurt. They played Jameis Winston, played like trash. Played DTR, played like trash. Bailey Zappi, played like trash. Bruh, everybody out here to get got at some point, bruh. You just need a sharp general manager that can pull that off. I'm gonna give you an example of a sharp general manager.
Sounds like they been getting got. They ain't gonna do it again.
What's gonna stop it now?
They ain't about to
bruh,
Kirk.
They gave up on Kareem Hunt, and what did he do? He went to Kansas City and showed he still could play.
People gave up on Kirk. We gave him all that money. He showed that he can't play.
No. For 6 games he could play.
You know what I'm saying?
For 6 games he could play.
It wasn't even like he was just going crazy those 6 games.
What you talking about? He set a single season record for passing against the Bucs.
Bro, it's not like he was just going crazy those 6 games. There were times where we
how's it not going crazy? He went for 500 yards in a game. That is going crazy.
That didn't translate into no
that game, but it didn't translate into
the Bucs.
Bro, it didn't translate into all the other games. That was one game.
Who ultimately won division?
Yeah, exactly.
Tampa.
That did not help, not one bit. Nothing. All that
Exactly.
was nothing.
Bruh, all you
Come
need
on,
is a Jedi mind trick. Mike the expert, the king of get over trades. Remember we used to play Madden together? You used to always be trying to give me these get over trades. You the king of get over trades. You don't see this?
But you see, the difference between that is that one is Madden, the other is real life.
Okay, in real life, the Browns have 5 quarterbacks. They need somebody.
They can get somebody else, but they're not gonna. Come on, man. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Them boys are begging for Joe Flacco to come back.
Kirk's gonna be coming off the bench. He's gonna be the second string.
How about this? Y'all remember this? And I love the guy, so I hate to say this, man, but I'm gonna go ahead and apologize up front. Ice. Remember how we Jedi mind tricked the Colts into taking Ice, and Ice fell off a cliff when he got there? That's all we need, bro. That's it. That's all we need.
The Colts didn't pick up his contract though. We had to pay that.
I just need
the same. We did the same thing with what the Broncos did with Russ. We paid that.
No, there's a lot of bad organizations. We just need one of them to say yes.
And we're one of them.
This argument doesn't sound like it's working out for you, KP. Doesn't like it's working out for you.
That's all right.
We're one of them.
Comments gonna see it my way.
These bad contracts.
Bro, you just need to do to play good in preseason and make everybody look good. Like, you know, when you go get a car, you go to used car lot, and it work good when you turn it on, and then when you get like 2,000 miles in, that joint start falling apart.
Mike, cut the man TV off, man. Cut his TV off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Cut the TV off, man.
Oh, man.
How about this, man? We want to hear from y'all. What y'all got to say about this, man? Do y'all think that this is a good decision to bring Kirk Cousins back as a $40 million backup? Continue to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate all the love, man. The next video, we're going to read some more comments because we appreciate all the comments y'all dropped in your head. And I just want to say thank you. I saw that comment that said, "Oh, KP, know what he's talking about." And then I saw the one that guy said, "I agree with KP. He's an expert. You know, Mike ain't the expert. Thank you. I appreciate it."
They didn't say nothing like that.
Much.
Come on,
thank
man.
You so much.
They didn't say nothing about you being no expert.
Hey, man.
This man get one good comment. You've been talking about it for days.
They ain't say your name. They said, man, Dre and Mike, that's bro. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with them. I agree with KP. That's what they said in the comment, bro. I'm just telling you the comment, man. You know, so it is what it is. But again, continue to like, share, subscribe. We'll catch y'all next one. We appreciate the love, and we'll be back to talk about what are we gonna do with the 15th pick, bro? Because we got some decisions to make. We going offense or defense? Hopefully defense, because we need to be able to stop somebody. Can't stop a nosebleed right now. So we'll catch y'all next one.
Peace.